Good morning, Tehmina Khan is here in TKMaths is fun. In today's video, we will start a series of basic questions which students of year 11 should know before they start their year 11 and almost all the examination board. So I have taken here 10 to 12, rather 14 or 13 questions in which I have covered the basic concepts. So this is the first video and the rest of the videos will have a link in the description. So you can go and click those links to see the rest of the videos in this connection. So first question is about the highest common factor. Now this seems easy for when the numbers are there. Right now you see in the question there are letters as well. So if I have to find the highest common factor of this, at the same time I will tell you how to find the LCM also of this so that you get the concept completely. So when you have numbers like this in which there are letters as well, so how do you find the HCF and LCM? Let's start with HCF first. So what is the HCF of 12 and 20? How do you find it out? You know the LCM method, you use it, the division method which is called, right? So this is the method, I'm sure all of you are aware of it. So 12 and 20, first of all you write here and start dividing by smallest number. So this can cancel by 2. So 2 times 6 is 12 and 2 times 10 is 20. After that you have 6 and 10. Again this can go by 2. 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. Now there is no number which can divide both 3 and 5 together. For HCF you must have to divide by the same number. I can't divide only one number at a time. I must have to divide both numbers 3 and 5 by the same number, and there is no such number. So my HCF of 12 and 20 is 2 times 2, which is 4. Now I will handle the letters. So what do I have here? I have here a cube b. Let me show you here. I have a cube b and a square b. How will I find the HCF of this? HCF basically talks about the common between the two. So if I see what is common between a cube b and a square b, you can see a square is common. Why? Because a cube means a times a and a square means a times a. So if you see basically two a's are common in both. So I can say a square is common. Similarly in b and b square, what is common? Only b, because this means 1b and this means 2b's. So 1b at least common in both. So my common thing is a square b. So I can say the HCF is 4a square b. So I hope you understood this concept. Similarly, if the same question was asked for LCM rather than HCF, then what would be the difference? Let's see here. Let me erase this so that I can relate it now with LCM, because the same question comes for LCM as well. So if it was the LCM question, then I would have continued my division here first of all. Then after the 2, I will divide by 3. 3 ones are 3. For LCM, you can continue even with one number if it is divided. And then 5 ones are 5. So then your LCM will be 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 5s are 60. So LCM of 12 and 20 will be 60. And then among a cube b and a square b, you pick up the highest one. So which is the highest? A cube. And which is the highest? B square. So your LCM would be 60 a cube b square. So this is how you handle the highest common factor and LCM of such numbers. Okay, now let's see the second question. Mostly it is very easy for students when question says find out the 20% of 5. Simple calculation, simple multiplication. They can do it very easily. In this question, the trick is common number is not given for which you are talking about increase or decrease. Rather, they are giving you only percentage. That companies sale increased by 15%. And next year, the same company's sale increased by 18%. So they are telling you increase in 2 different years, consecutive years. And then after all this, they're asking what is the overall percentage increase. You know what is the common mistakes a student make? They simply add up these two. They say 15 plus 18. And it is what? 33%. So here they go wrong. You do not do it like this. Now let me start with this simple example. Suppose something costs you 50% and I say there is an increase of 20% in the sale. There is an increase of 20%. So it means 120% is the cost of the new thing now. Because increase means you add in the 100. So if I say the price of something was, I sold it at 80%, it means there is I'm talking about right now, there was a loss of 20%, so you sold it at 80%. So if something is more than 100%, there is increase, but if something is less than 100%, there is decrease. So number one thing is, you have to understand when question is saying there is an increase, it means whatever was the cost of the item, whatever, there was increase, it means now it is sold at 115% of the original thing. So if I say the original thing was X, so now there is a increase of 15% in the sale. It means now it is sold at 115% of it. Okay, so how will you write it here? Like this. Okay, let's suppose the sale be X dollar or whatever the currency is. Now it is increased by 15%. So the price is now 115% of X. Because I'm taking X, I cannot calculate it. I will keep it as it is. Whereas if I knew X, let me give you an example. If I knew X was, for example, 50 rupees or $50, I could easily calculate in the calculator 115% of 50. Yes or no? And I can easily get one number here. But right now I will keep it as it is. After that, now there is increase of 18% next year. In which price? In this price. So now what will I write here? Think. I will write here 118% of previous price. This was my previous price. Rather than number, it has letter in it. So do not get confused. So 118% of this amount. So now I will calculate this. How to handle algebra. So I will do 118%. Now you know percent means something out of 100. If I say 5%, what does it mean? 5 over 100. So similarly, now I am simplifying this term. 118% mean 118 divided by 100. Of we use for multiplication. Then 115% mean 115 out of 100 of X. So now if I simplify it, I get 1.3570. What does it mean? Which concept you know here? Question was saying what is the overall percentage increase? I am getting answer like this. Now you must know when you change decimal into percentage, what do you do? Any number in decimal. So let me tell you here. For example, if I have 0.35 something and I want to change it into percentage, what will I do? I will multiply it by 100%. So it will become 35%. Yes or no? If I want to change any decimal number, for example this one, into percentage, what do? Multiply by 100%. So it will become 125.6%. So similarly, when I will calculate this amount into percentage, because I want to see what is the overall percentage increase. So what will I do now? I will multiply it by 100%. So it will become, this decimal will move 2 places to the right. Right? So it will become 135.70. But question is asking about not overall at what price you have sold. It is asking what was the overall increase. So 135.70, what does it mean? How much it is more than 100? How much it is more than 100? Only 35.7, because I'm reading it as 135.70. So that's why the total increase in the sale is 35.7%. I hope this makes sense to you. Please share it with your friends, and in the next video I will explain question number 3 and 4, and similarly I will explain 14 questions. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please press like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Take care. Allah Hafiz.